Hi guys, I know it's been a while. I'm not going to give you some crappy reason as to why I've not been doing this. I've just had a lot going on and I haven't really particularly had the time, but I'm back now, as awkward as ever. I'm still crap at editing, I'm still crap at recording, I'm still crap in front of a camera talking to myself, but apparently you guys like that, so here I am. Lots been going on, as I'm sure you can imagine, in the few months that I've not posted for, so I'm going to give you a bit of a live update / story time on recent events that have made themselves known in my life. That was a crap sentence. I'm trying my best, I'm doing my best. I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet because one, I don't have a lot of recording space. Two, I have things that I should be doing that I'm not in order to make this. And three, because, I don't know, I just don't want it to take too long. I have a new girlfriend called Lucy. She's lovely, she's hilarious. You'll see a picture of her at the end of this. There's a reason for it. I've met her family a few times now. I stayed around for a few days. I enjoy babysitting her little brothers. They're lovely. But what you're going to learn about today is how, the second time I met her dad, I smashed my head open off his cabinet and nearly killed the family's prized fish. Yeah. As some of you guys know from knowing me in real life or by knowing me through YouTube or off YouTube or Facebook or anything, I'm ridiculous. Like the amount of story times I have like stored inside my little brain because of getting myself into stupid scenarios is unbelievable. So this is the one I'm going to talk about today, smashing my head open. For those of you that have been watching I'm a Celebrity, Scarlett Moffat off of Gogglebox and Larry Lamb off EastEnders have made this kind of like connection and it's really sweet. And Larry Lamb, who's like a 70-year-old bloke, decided to squat Scarlett Moffat, and me and Lucy were watching it and we were like, we can do that. And well, we couldn't do that apparently. So Luce squats me and all goes well. She does it once, well done. I squat Luce, not everything goes well because I am a weakling, but there we go. And then Lucy always has to outdo herself, so she decided to squat me again, and because I'm like, yeah, that's fine about everything in my life, I was like, yeah, that's fine. I was like, yeah, sure, we'll do it again, which was the worst decision that I could have possibly made. To cut a long story short, Luce squatted me and the cabinet was behind us, and she weighs about 10 stone, I weigh about 10 stone, so there's a good 20 stone of force behind this fall. She kind of, her legs buckle and we just go back, and it just went bang on the cabinet, and I like, oh god, wow, this all sounds stupid. I had my hand on the back of my head like this, and there was this like incredibly warm sensation, but because I sweat when I laugh, which I was, and we were laughing so much, I was just like, oh, it's probably just a load of sweat, which is gross, but you guys deserve the truth, so that is the truth. And I noticed Lucy was looking at my forehead, and obviously I'd hit my head that hard behind that the blood had like somehow spattered forwards, and I just moved my hand, and I'm not joking when I say like my hand like was full of blood, and I was just like, Lucy, and she just looked at my hand and she was like, Dad, soap's bleeding from my head. So basically I'm going to insert a video like here showing exactly how much it was bleeding and how we tried to clean my head in a kitchen sink. Introduction. Hi, I'm Soph, my head's bleeding, can I stick it in your sink? Do you want it so like the water goes on my head? We were all panicking. Everyone was asleep upstairs. Like Lucy's 3 little brothers and her mum were all asleep upstairs. Lucy was on the phone to 111, which if you don't know what that is, if you're American you don't know what that is, or if you're English you should know but you don't. It's a helpline when you don't know whether you should call an ambulance or not, and they basically ask like loads of ridiculous questions that you have to answer in order to determine whether or not you need an ambulance or you need to go to A&E. whatever. So the woman from 111 turns around to Lucy and she's asked her, like, is she agitated? And Lucy's like, no, she's not agitated at all. And then she's asked us to, like, poke and prod me in places, but because Lucy is Lucy, she hasn't asked my permission to do this or made me aware she's going to do this. Suddenly out of nowhere, all I feel is like this straight in my ear hole. So obviously I was like, what are you doing? And I batted her away, like, Lucy, what the hell? And she's on the phone to this 111 woman and she's like, she seems agitated now. She seems a little bit agitated. The whole thing was a mess. The first thing that came out of my mouth when I did hit my head was, Lucy, I think I've killed Red, which is the family's, like, prize fish, which was on top of the cabinet. And it was all, oh wow, it was just a messy situation. At this point, like, earlier on in the day, we'd had a conversation about how I don't swear in front of adults. And the first thing I said to Lucy's dad in this situation was, oh, that fucking killed man. Like, it was just not okay. The whole thing was just absolutely, by far, like, a horrendous experience for all those involved. That I needed an ambulance to come and then they decide whether or not they need to take me to the hospital. Thankfully they didn't, but these paramedics, like, God bless them for doing a wonderful job, but they were just so done with they were done with their day, and you could tell they wanted to just finish their shift. They were literally like, they stuck things on me and then they were chatting about emojis and chatting about the, like, Chinese fighting fish, Red, or whatever he is, Taiwanese boxer fish or whatever. And I was literally still sat there like, I have no idea what's going on. Like, it was awful. I'm not a crying person, but I was, like, shaking. And then every time they asked me a question, I thought too much into it. Like, they were like, are you dizzy? And obviously, like, I'd sit there and I'd be like, well, now I am. At the end of it all, I didn't need to go to hospital. I didn't need to, I didn't need to leave the house. They basically just, like, get a good night's sleep. So I slept with this, like, bandana around my head that made me look like Tupac, and that's how you're gonna see the picture of Lucy, because there's just this ridiculous photo where we're both like, I'm so happy that we just smashed So's head open. But yeah, just to update you on my life, I am still a mess, and I smashed my head open on the family's cabinet with the favourite fish on the second time I met Lucy's parents. So that's pretty much me. Don't introduce me to your family, guys. I'll kill your fish and break my head. I hope you've enjoyed this little story time. I know it seems rushed, but I'm doing my best. If, you know, like, I'm going to start posting again. I've got some stuff to tell you, some stuff to let you in on, some little secrets, you know. I'm also going to do a 20 questions about me kind of thing, because you guys really don't know me all that well, and I think it would be nice if you perhaps knew why I was so horrendously awkward, or why I haven't been posting, like, perhaps in detail, or whatever. Like, whatever you decide you want to know, just hit me up with some questions and I'll answer them. Thank you so much for bearing with me while I have been, quite frankly, shit. And I guess I'll speak to you all very soon. Peace out, motherfuckers. That was gay.